starting just a few minutes late because we're just waiting for a few people that were stuck in our infamous Toronto traffic. But I'd like to welcome everybody here. We're in for a treat. We've got a special guest with us. And for those of you that are guests tonight, you're going to hear a little bit about an exceptional product and a business opportunity. And there will be an invitation to join at the end. And I do like to emphasize that there will be an invitation because people look at NuCerity for one of three reasons. Either they love the products that they use, that they've heard about, and that they can rely on, or they want to be part of a community of dynamic, pay-it-forward type people like those that are in the room tonight. Or they've had enough of where they are in their life, they're looking for something different, and they want to create something for themselves. Whether it's a business just to have a little extra income, like a Plan B, or to have something more substantial to have life-changing income. All of that is available at NuCerity, and I don't want to get into a lot of detail because we've got someone in the room that I'd like to introduce. Her name is Bullard. She's from Vancouver, I think currently living in Vernon, and she's been with the company for almost 5 years. She's got an exceptional story to tell, and we are so grateful to have her here, and I'm so excited to listen to her. So I don't want to get too much detail, I just want to welcome her to the room. So Mary. Hey, Mary.
Okay, I'm going to talk louder than Janice did, because I could barely hear her back there. But, so, I'm just literally here to tell you a story, okay? Because I believe that if we're sharing facts and figures and numbers and all those things with new people who don't know much about what this opportunity is about, then they go home and they get tongue-tied when they try to share it with their spouse or relative or auntie or uncle. And so I think that stories really stick. And so I'm just going to tell you a few stories tonight, fascinating stories, not just about me, but about the company, about the product. Everything that you're going to hear, there's a story behind it. It's fascinating. In fact, that's where everything that happened with this company was literally by accident, but yet we don't believe in accidents. And so we use the word serendipity, you know, that everything kind of happens for a reason. And that's where actually this name of the company, which is NuCerity and SkinCerity, were derived from that word. Okay, so sincerity actually, which, anyways, you'll get it as I'm telling you the story. So, so welcome. If everybody's got their phones on, you can turn them on vibrate if you want, so you don't have to feel bad. We don't feel bad, but we don't want you feeling bad when your sexy song comes on. So, where do I start? I'm going to start 6 years ago. 6 years ago, I got laid off from a job where 3 weeks prior I said to myself, I'm so grateful I'm not one of those people who will ever get laid off. I'm so grateful to be in a position where I'm safe and secure because there was literally plants closing around, downtown stores closing down, you know, even big chains were closing down. And so I was so grateful to be in a position that I was in, but let me tell you, 3 weeks later I received an email where I was laid off from that position. And it was a private company. I was working for a lady from a completely different province and, you know, running the show for her. And it was all about property management, real estate, and project management. And like I said, I felt really secure in where I was at. And so did other people in that plant, you know, I'm sure 3 weeks prior. And so really what we're here to share with you tonight is maybe a plan B, because I didn't have a plan B. I felt so secure where I was at that I didn't feel the need to have a plan B. And so all of a sudden what it is I'm doing now became my plan A and many, many, many people's plan A. So 6 years ago, I didn't even get my last 2 weeks paycheck. The reason why I was laid off is because the lady that I was working for didn't disclose all of the properties that she was buying, including my position, to her husband. And so they were going through a divorce, everything got frozen, nobody got paid. nothing. But she said you could have some of the furniture and the paintings on the wall for your last paycheck in your life. So here I am, single mom, proud of myself because I lived in a beautiful home with a fairly newer vehicle, not a lot of family and support. I've always taken pretty good care of my boys. At that point, I was a single mom for 16 years. And all of a sudden, there was nothing. Now, I'm the type of person that walks into a place and says, I'd like to work here, please. And they're like, okay, well. And I say, and I'd like to start tomorrow. So that's literally how I've gotten most of my jobs. Or I've gotten a call to go work for them. Because I'm a bit of a spitfire, right? I'm a little bit of a go-getter, above and beyond. I've never considered myself an entrepreneur until now, of course. But I was always a really, really good employee. Now, when I walked into a few places and I couldn't get hired because they weren't looking for anyone, because at that point there was well over 300 people in the small town I lived in that were laid off. So there was no work out there. I handed out 100 resumes. I met some great people. Now all of a sudden I was surrounded by unemployed people, completely surrounded by sick people who were so worried about their future. And so I said, there's got to be something to this network marketing thing. There's got to be something to this online marketing. It can't all be a hoax. It can't all be a scam. There's got to be somebody making money in these things. And if I could just have a few conversations with those people, I think I could figure it out and I could probably find a good company. Not just for me, but for all those people now that we were meeting, you know, in the unemployment centers and the career development centers and all that. And so what I did is I said, okay, I'm going to take the next couple months and I am going to research, I'm going to go out, I'm going to interview network marketers, whether they made a lot of money, a little bit of money, or no money, but they believe in the industry. And I literally just put it on Facebook. I didn't go online and search, not once did I go online and Google network marketing or look up to learn about the industry, because I didn't know what a scam was and I didn't know what it wasn't. And so I thought, how would I know what I'm looking for or not looking for? I don't know. And so I literally put on Facebook, hello all my friends out there in cyberspace. I'm looking to speak to network marketers, / multi-level marketers, / direct selling, / referral marketing, whatever you call it. I am looking for a company to partner with, and if you could just send people to me so I can talk to them, that would be great. So you can imagine how many calls I got. I got a lot of calls because I put my phone number on there and everything. And so I didn't have to go out there looking, and I literally set up appointment after appointment after appointment. Now, I had no income. I had a little bit of savings put away, not much, you know, enough for a good party, emergency money, but not much, and literally was pretty much working paycheck to paycheck, saving a little bit here and there. And so I thought I had to find this company within a couple months. I sat across lots of coffee tables, like sitting in people's homes, at coffee shops, and I asked questions. I didn't even really know what questions to ask. And I said, what makes a good network marketing company great? And what is the biggest mistake you've made? And if you could go back, what would you do differently? So I did ask that to everyone. And so I literally figured it would take me that couple months, and it took me longer. Because 10 months later, during that time too, by the way, I literally went to school, to college. I got a government grant, 50 of us did, and we got to pick the courses that we wanted to take where we could better ourselves or become an entrepreneur. So we all got separated, and you need to be an entrepreneur. Like, you need to go and work for this person or that person. And so we did different courses, and the courses I took 11 courses in 8 months. And I took team building, leadership skills, conflict resolution, public speaking. I took 11 courses, anything that I thought would help me be a leader that I never believed that I was. Okay? So I thought I have to do something to learn while I'm looking. Never stop looking. sat in many multi-millionaires' homes with them that were involved in network marketing. For me, I just wanted to be a part of the new company because I had this belief that in order to do well and to make a lot of money in network marketing, you had to be one of the first people in. I really, truly believe that until I sat with Mark and Valerie, and they told me that they earned $30 million with the company, network marketing company, and I'm thinking, I must have been the first one in. But when they joined that company, it was 30 years old. So that kind of changed that up for me. Then I started realizing that I had all of these assumptions attached with network marketing. I had these assumptions that you had to spend a lot of money ongoing. I had the assumption that you had to be very good at sales. And you had to believe in a product so much that you would literally be able to talk to everybody and you'd be able to sell, and there's quotas and deadlines and cutoffs and flushing and contracts and all those things. And so as I'm looking and researching companies, that's what I discovered. And then I started asking people, when did this whole network marketing thing begin anyways? You know? And that's when I started Googling a little bit. The first network marketing company was 100 years ago. And it was only designed to help the stay-at-home people who literally had no income or not out there in the workforce, for them to make a little bit of money by referring people to that company for their products. Or perhaps you could just get your products for free. And it was that simple. There was no 10, 12, 25-page comp plans to these companies. It was really, really simple. And they did that. They were offering money for people for word of mouth. They understood how powerful word of mouth was even 100 years ago. And they thought, if we don't have any money to advertise. We don't have, thousands and thousands or hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars to put into advertising every month in billboards, magazines, commercials, infomercials, flyers, door to door or whatever. And so they decided that they would pay a little bit of a fee, not much, 2 to 4% from the people that you shared this with, and you would get a little check in the mail. Hopefully that paid for your pep work. Okay? And then something happened, like usually happens over the next 75 years in network marketing, that man got really, really greedy. Really greedy. And they started designing companies that were only the entrepreneur could be successful. That's it. Only the entrepreneur, which I knew what percentage of the world's population were entrepreneurs because it's the same percentage as redheads. So it just stuck with me. 3%. 3% of the world's population are redheads and entrepreneurs. And then I was journaling. I got boxes of journals this whole 10 months that I was, asking people questions and learning about it. And I'm like, that's it. I was laying in bed one night, I was journaling, I laid down, shut up the light, and sat right back up. 10 months into my research, I finally discovered what it was I was looking for. No wonder I hadn't found it, right? So it's like going out there and saying to a realtor, I'm looking for a house, go get me one. No details. Nothing. You're not going to find it. You're not going to find it. And so I sat up in bed and I thought, you know what? I'm looking for a company that has a unique product, something that my friends can't go to Walmart and find a version of it for a fraction of the price. Because then that would officially make me a salesperson. I'd have to be good at selling this or convincing people that this was different. And I didn't want to be a part of that. It's the only thing I wrote about a product. I really want it to be unique. I don't want to be in competition with Walmart. That's the only thing I wrote down. Okay, so that was good. So then I thought, what kind of company am I looking for? And I'm surrounded, right? Just like when you're pregnant. Everyone's pregnant for some reason. Where you only see them, When you're broke, Everyone's broke. I was completely surrounded by unemployed broke people. And I thought, if I don't find a company for them, if I don't find a company designed for them, which they're not entrepreneurs, they don't have that business mind, they don't have that highly self-motivated personality, they don't have an understanding that it takes a little bit of money to make money, they don't have that. I didn't even have it. And so I thought, why would I join a company that's only designed for 3% of the world's population? Do you know why network marketing has gotten such a bad name? Because the companies are only designed for that percentage. Most of them. Up to that point, all of them that I had looked at, which was about 21, 22 companies at that point, 10 months in. No wonder network marketing has gotten such a bad name. Because you have the 97% of the world's population, the masses I call them, the average individual, the great employee, joining these companies, buying the dream, because they make all these claims about having a passive or residual income, which is not true, by the way, for a lot of companies. Yes, there's a possibility of it, a minuscule possibility of it, but those companies literally do have deadlines every week and every month. Quotas. If you don't make your quota, you don't get paid. The masses are not interested in those things. The masses are not even interested in committing to a monthly auto ship. What if we could find a company where you actually didn't even have to be on auto ship? How great would that be? Incredible. Incredible. What if we could find a company where at the end of every week or at the end of every month, you didn't have to bring in people, bring in people, bring in people. You didn't have to have a quota of people. And so I thought, that's why network marketing has gotten such a bad name. The masses were joining companies with a 25-page compensation plan and quotas, deadlines, cutoffs, flushing. All those things that the masses are not okay with. And so they quit and then they say it didn't work for them. Right? Have you guys heard of that? I'll tell you right now that network marketing has never failed a human being. Never did. But people fail their plans. They just don't have it in them to do that kind of work. So I thought if I could find a company that's designed for the masses to be successful, and then of course the few 3% of the world's population, the entrepreneurs, they're going to make a fortune. Because we're surrounded by the masses. And that was in April of 2010. And in June 2010, I came across this company. So I got a call from a stranger who said, "You don't know me, I don't know you, but somebody just rejected me with the company that I'm looking at and gave me your name." I said, "Who do you know? Who do you know that's a go-getter?" And this guy said, "Mary Bullard." And she said, "Give me her email and her phone number." And she left his place and she phoned me and said, "Hi Mary, you don't know me, but so-and-so thought we should meet." And I said, "Awesome." And I got those calls every day. I was used to that. I said, "I am literally up to my eyeballs right now with the new network marketing company, awesome one. And so it'll have to be next week." And in the background, she said she was fanning herself because she never even met anybody up to that point who even knew about network marketing, let alone looking for something, right? And so, and remember now at this point, I'm 12 months with no income. 2 months before that, I had to give the keys back to my truck. So I had no vehicle. I got awesome friends. And literally at a point in my life where I was horrified. I was incredibly embarrassed. How could I have gotten myself to this point financially with 2 children? It was a horrible feeling. And one of the network marketers that I met said, "You know what, you just need to focus on other people and you'll do great. You just need to focus on other people and helping them with whatever it is they need in their life. And you'll have everything that you ever desired." And I said to him, okay, but in my head I'm thinking, what a bastard you are. Like seriously, how in the hell am I supposed to help anyone in the situation that I'm in right now? Like, I'm broke, I'm scared, I am gonna find a company, I know these things work. I can feel it. But how am I supposed to focus on other people, you know? And that's what I was thinking in my head. It's cursing on them and everything. So I came across this company. And I couldn't sleep for weeks. I was so excited. I'm going to tell you what I found, okay? That first day. I had 4.5 pages of questions, generic. Nobody sent me a video. Nobody told me anything about any kind of a product. I didn't even care to know the name. I didn't Google it. And I literally had 4.5 pages of questions. I wanted to make sure that no matter what company I joined, it had to be a binary system. It had to be. I had researched all of the ways and talked to a lot of people. And bi means two. So we're building 2 teams of people with this company. 2. The other systems out there are the matrix, you know, which is just sounds complicated, right? It's huge. You can build anywhere from 3 to 10 teams with a matrix. I did not want to be a part of building 10 teams of people. I want it to be, I said, if a 12-year-old boy doesn't understand it, I'm not doing it. I won't be able to explain it. And still today, when I coach and teach people, I say, if you're not explaining it in a way where a 12-year-old boy understands it, you need to start over. And start over and make it simpler. And so I got really excited about this page in their compensation plan. I think it's 9 pages. And it's always every company I looked at this point, there was 29, has a big box in it. So I literally, okay, give me your comp plan, and I flip through it like this, and they're like, what are you doing? Like, are you a speed reader? But all I was really interested in was the biggest box in every one, okay? And that really just told me the requirements to reaching the top of the company. And that's what I wanted to know. That's where it told me if there was deadlines, quotas, cutoffs, flushing. That was the page. And so when I looked at this page, I honestly cannot tell you a lie. The first thing, I looked at it and I thought, there's got to be mistakes on here. There's got to be. I have got to go and meet this Lonnie and David guy because there's something wrong. They missed something. That is how far off the compensation plans were. I had never seen a 1-2 at 12% on a page before. 29 companies, never seen a 12% paid across the board. For example, if I shared this with Kelly, if I shared this with you, Kelly, and then you turned around and shared it with Chelsea, and then you did and went like this, we went around the table, and you went around the table like that, figure eighting, say if everybody told. I've never seen a company up to that point with commissions paid 12%, just from the people that I told you. If I told you, and you told, and so on and so on, it's 12% across the board. Across the board. And I was like, that's amazing. I did see a 10 once. I saw a 10 once. And I thought that was cool. But I'd never seen a 12. And so I thought, okay, that's good, right? If I'm going to do the same thing, I might as well. Why would I not want the most money, right? And so I said, so you're telling me that if I share this with a few people, and they shared it with some, like in Hong Kong, who shared it with some people in the UK, told somebody else over the phone or Skype in Canada, and told somebody in the US that I would get paid 12%. He said, yeah. Cool. That's residual income. Residual income is income that you get from something you did one time. Authors get it. They get paid every time a book is sold. 10 cents to 25 cents they get, which is really exciting, right, for them. They only wrote the book once. They didn't have to write it twice. I only have to tell you. And so I love sharing that with people because I want them to wrap their head around the possibilities, because most people, when they want to look at this business, they think, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can sell. I don't know if I can handle promoting a business or a product. But what if you just shared it with the people that you know, liked, and trusted? And they shared it with the people they know and liked and trusted. And so on and so on and so on. We do it anyway. We do it every single day. We just don't get paid for it. Right? And so the magic words with how to approach people in this, when we're talking about product, is I love NuCerity. And I think you're going to love it too. And you're probably saying, well, what is it? Right? Or where do I get it? And I'll say, well, it's awesome. You just got to use it. And I know how to get it at wholesale. And then you just tell them where to get it. That's like the fastest, easiest line that you could ever imagine. Because now you can say that. Right? Your niece could come over 20 minutes later and you could say that. Or 20 minutes after you hold it on your skin. So, I looked at that and I thought, okay, that's awesome. Then I kept looking on the big box and I thought, how much money do I have to spend on a regular basis to actually have the company say, hey, this girl wants to get paid, this girl wants to be active. And so every company you have, the more money you make, the higher you go up in rank in their companies, the more product you have to buy. So what does that tell you? That tells you that you have to sell something. You're not going to use it all. You have to sell something at the end of the month or at the end of the week. When I looked at this one and I saw that it was 100, that was the one that I saw was a mistake. That you only need 100 points. So every company, okay, whenever this product is sold, or any company, any product, okay, a certain percentage goes back to the company to build the company, right? It has to, right? And then a certain percentage, goes divided amongst the workers. And so in this company, 50% of total sales go back to the company to build the company. And 50% get divided amongst us in quite a few different ways. Every single time this product is purchased from somebody that I tell, and they 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 tell to infinity, it generates points. Okay? The reason why we're not dollar for dollar, the reason why we're on a point system is that this costs different in every country. Currencies are different in every country. But no matter where I buy 2 bottles of this, it's 100 points. Make sense? Let me say it again. Good? I like nodders. Makes me feel so not alone up here. So, every time product is purchased from the people that I tell, and they tell, and they tell, and they tell, and they tell, and to infinity it generates points. And we get paid on those points every single week in this company. Okay? There is a cap of money that we can make every week on those points. And that's $40,000 a week. That's a cap. On the points. The company still pays us 9 other ways. There's no limit to how much money you can make in this company. And I loved that. I loved that. Because I could always go out there and tell somebody else. Tell them, is that great? And then earn the other line of money. Okay. So, I want to tell you now, also on that box, let me just think. Oh, I said, how many people do I need to personally enroll into this business? How many people do I need to personally recruit, whatever word you want to use? How many people do I personally need to tell? And that number was 8. And I was like, shut up. 8. 8 people who want to be a part of something great. I think I could find 8, but what do those 8 need to do? Oh, they just need to use it. What? They just need to what? Use it. If 8 people ordered this product every month and just used it, self-consumption, then I could go to the top of the company. Well, yeah, but you have to have a certain amount of points too, right? You have to have, okay, that takes time, I understand the points. But out of those 8 people, how many leaders do I need to create? You gotta remember now, this is the 29th company I had questions, so my questions were getting good at this point, right? How many leaders do I need to create in this company? And the answer is 4. To go to the top of the company. How much money do I need, how many people do I need to bring in or recruit or enroll into this company to get paid 6 figures, say, in a year? 2. Binary, 2. Starts with 2 people. I like to think of this business as a tree. And this is my this is my one branch of my binary tree, and this is my other branch. And so if I share this with 2 people, and they go out and tell somebody who tells somebody who tells somebody who tells somebody, it just grows and branches off from there. If I told my 3rd person, then I would have another branch. You don't need to understand all this to get paid. You're going to get paid anyway. Because what we do is we literally connect people, and this is where I really started understanding what network marketing is all about. Network marketing, referral marketing, an opportunity where you can earn a passive or residual income from something you do once, right? So why wouldn't I want to train you to be better than me? I would. I would want to teach you how to teach. And I would want to teach you how to teach. Not teach you to tell you, but teach you how to teach. In fact, if you called me and said, hey Mary, tell me all about the product, right? I wouldn't say what I'm about to say, but I would say, I'm going to send you a video. Because no matter what I do and what I say, you need to be thinking or saying, I can do this. Because that's the only place residual income lies. It's the only place. So even today, when I'm the expert and I want to explain this, I only do it in front of the room. I don't even do it on the phone. I say NuCerity is so incredibly unique. There's nothing else like it in the world. It created its own category. Everything to do with your skin or skin health or anti-aging or anything to do with any cream, lotion, or serum nowadays was derived from a technology 35 years ago that was created 35 years ago. This was literally created its own category. It's unheard of. Nobody knows about it, but I believe that this product will be in every first aid kit in people's vehicles in the next decade. And every first aid kit at home and medicine cabinet. And I truly believe that it's going to be in every single woman's purse and every man's pocket. I do. And so did the gentleman who purchased this product. They saw it, they recognized how unique it was, because that's just what they do. They recognize unique, one of a kind, nothing else like it. They're not into competition. You know what I'm saying? They just want the one and only. They purchased the worldwide rights to this, and they decided to share it through referral marketing. Couple reasons. They don't like retail anymore. They've had a few bad experiences. Okay? With retail, you know, there's a group of people that get paid along the way, and then a product is overpriced to pay all those people in between. With network marketing, we literally are the consumers. So we are a world. We want everyone in Ontario to be a distributor. Everyone. Because our distributors are users. We're users of the product. We don't have territories. We don't have districts where we can promote this. We are all users. We're literally people going out there and saying, I love NuCerity, I think you're going to love it too. So NuCerity is not a cream or a lotion or a serum. It's a man-made, engineered, perfect layer of skin that you apply to your skin while you sleep. It's a liquid in the bottle. As soon as it touches the skin, it cleanses the skin, removing bacteria, and turns into a solid in 2 to 3 seconds, creating that man-made perfect layer of skin with perfect pores, where oxygen can diffuse into the skin, and those pores are so perfect and clean and little that your own body's natural moisture can't escape. Your own body's natural moisture molecules can't escape, which is one of the primary causes of aging skin, is dehydration. What if we could show you a way to trap your body's natural moisture? While you sleep, we lose most of our moisture at night. Right, women? That's why you weigh yourself in the morning? You're always a little bit lighter? How neat is this, though? NuCerity doesn't heal or cure anything. It helps with eczema, rosacea, psoriasis, skin tags, any discoloration, stretch marks, baby's bum rashes, cradle cap, old scars, new scars, skin tags, anything that you can imagine with imperfect skin. But like I said, NuCerity doesn't heal or cure. It works just like a cast does on a broken bone. We know the cast doesn't heal the broken bone, right? But like NuCerity, what that cast does is it creates a perfect, safe, healthy environment for our body to rejuvenate. In fact, 4 times faster wherever this is going. Pretty interesting, right? So, if you can imagine, like myself and the owners of this company, very smart, intelligent men, understand business. They've taken products global before, nothing to do with the skin. They're very excited about this. We promote this, even though it's a medical technology, we promote it as a cosmetic. Anti-aging right now is the biggest trend in history. And so, knowing that, I mean, we all know that all the celebrities now, reality TV kicked in, so, they're doing commercials, they're involved, they're creating their own anti-aging products, even the men, even businessmen out there, celebrities, they have got their fingers in the anti-aging industry. Anyone who's anyone knows it. You can take every single trend in all of history, combine all the money, anti-aging is bigger. People are wanting to take care of their skin. People are not wanting to look old anymore. The baby boomers are really starting to take care of their skin. Okay? My generation never want to look as old as the baby boomers. The Gen Y, the younger generations, are literally taking care of their skin now. Incredible, right? So, unique, one of a kind, nothing else like it. We literally have a pay-it-forward compensation plan with NuCerity. That is the reason why I partnered, because that was unique. I would have never, I have a crazy imagination, right? I would have never imagined partnering with a company with a product this unique. Not in a million years. I'm so grateful to be a part of it. That I don't have to be in competition with our local drugstore. Okay? The other reason why this product is shared through word of mouth is because it begs to be demonstrated. It begs, right? As soon as I start talking about it, you had to haul it out and roll them, right? Because that's what we have to do, because if this was on the shelf, then you would take it home, and people have done this, I've heard the stories in the last 5 years. They take it home, they go to bed, they wake up in the morning, they wash their face, they roll it on, they put their makeup on, and they go to work. Now, they're laughing because they know that you would literally look like somebody from a Thriller video by 2 o'clock. Because NuCerity is really smart. It clings to dehydrated skin, and we're all dehydrated, okay? But when your skin starts to hydrate, it fluffs off. Like that peels off, right? Like a perfect layer of skin. Like, you know, many of us had sunburns, right? This product is meant to be rolled on before you go to bed. You wake up in the morning, you wash it off, and you put it in the garbage. Right? So we need to tell people that. If that was on a shelf, that's how it would be used. And I have had people phone me and say, I'm pretty sure this skin is melting my face off. It doesn't hurt or anything, I don't think. Right? So it's important that we share with people how to use it. But we've got videos for that. So, fast forward, 2 years. Oh no, I'm going to go back to day one. June the 7th, 2010. I had to go and meet the owners, so I wanted to make sure they were okay. Literally, that's how different it was. And I didn't have any money. It was $59 to get a position with the company, to secure your position. That's your lifetime membership. Some people see it as a membership to get the product at wholesale. Some people see it like a $59 million business center that they just purchased and bought shares into, right? So $59, I didn't have it. I had to actually ask to borrow money to join the company and to get a few bottles. The hardest thing I've had to do in 5 years was to borrow money. Literally, that was the hardest thing I had to do. And so I had friends that I used to have girlfriends over, and one of them said, if you ever buy new furniture, I want to buy this from you. And I remembered that, funny, it was months earlier. And I remembered that because I needed $700 to get a plane ticket to fly to the States to meet Lonnie and David. And I said, if I'm going to put my heart and soul into this company for 10 years, because that's what the network marketers told me, you got to commit to 10 years or don't even bother. So I was like, okay, so that's what was in my mindset, right? I'm going to commit to 10 years. And so I literally phoned that girl and I said, if you can have $750 here by tomorrow, you can have all the furniture. And so she did. She come by, I got a ticket, I flew, I sat with Lonnie and David for hours, and asked them all the same questions I'd already asked. I just want to make sure they were telling the truth. There was no lies. I wanted to make sure that their heart and soul was into this, because mine was going to be. I went home 3 days later, and I got to work. I called out the compensation plan, that big box, I put it up on my wall in my kitchen. And I thought, how many of the criteria can I get done now to reach the top of the company? Okay, I need 10 people. I need 8 people. So I have to get 8. So I literally drew circles. I literally drew this page. I still have it today. I photocopy it and give it to people that I work with. Because one thing people say, when you join this business, they just want to know what to do. And what if you just gave them like a grade 3 homework sheet? To fill in the blanks and color it up? And that's what I did for myself, and that's what I did for my first few people. So it all starts with you. We're building 2 teams of people, remember? A left team and a right team on our binary. Bi means 2. 2 teams of people. There's an invisible line here. It's kind of like traditional. It would be like owning 2 stores. Okay, but I refer to it as teams. And so we have a left team and a right team. So I thought, okay, I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I thought, the baby boomers are getting older. I'm going to get 10 because people quit and people die. I'm going to get 10. I'm just going to do it right now. I'm not going to wait on it. So I made a list of everybody that I knew, not a notebook, just like these networkers told me. I had a head start, you guys. I had a lot of information under my belt before I found this company. I made a list of everybody I knew, and they said, don't stop until you get to 200. If you think you don't know 200 people, then you're wrong. Everybody knows 200 people. Everyone. And I could sit with anyone and do that in 10 minutes. Okay? I didn't say, who do you know that you think would do this business? I didn't say, who do you know that needs an opportunity? I didn't say, who do you know that would use this product? I said 200 people that you know. First names, make a list. Then I got a highlighter and I highlighted 10 of those people. And then I phoned them and I never told them anything about the product or the opportunity or the company or the industry. Not one thing. I phoned 10 people that I knew, that I liked, and I trusted. And I knew what they wanted in their lives. There's two types of people in the world, wishers and complainers. People wish for things or they complain about things. But ultimately, like somebody who, say, for instance, didn't like their job. A wisher would say, I really wish I had a better job. Really wish I had a better paying job. I wish I had a better boss. I wish I didn't have to drive so far to work. Complainer would say, I hate my job, I hate my boss, I hate my, I hate the way, I hate my pay check. And so it's all about literally phoning people, listening to what they're complaining or wishing for, it doesn't matter, okay? And saying to them, she was the first one on my list. Because I met her at one of those career development centers 6 months prior, and she was broke. Definitely didn't have a plan B. Actually, she did have a plan B, but her husband was working, making about $20,000 a month. She wasn't much of a worker, but they bought a franchise a few years earlier, $400,000 down. But they had to use their house and their 2 Jeeps for collateral. So when they lost that franchise, they lost their house and their vehicles all in the same day. Everything in the same day. And so she was hurting. And I phoned her, and the only thing she ever complained about, she's one of the most positive women, some of you in the room have met her. The only thing she ever complained about was how embarrassed she was at her age. She's 10 years older than I am, so she's 21. She just turned 50. And the only thing she ever complained about was being in a financial position, a horrible financial position, when her son was going to university. And she was so embarrassed that he had to work full-time and go to university to be a lawyer. It killed her. So I phoned her and I said, hey, Sloan, it's Mary. She said, hey, how's it going? I said, good. I said, you know how every time we get together, whether it's for a glass of wine or a coffee, you always bring up the fact of how sad you are that you can't pay for his university, Justin's university. She said, I know, it kills me. I said, what if I could show you a way to pay for it this year? You know what her answer was? I can remember it like it was yesterday. Whatever it is I'm in. Wouldn't have mattered if it was a pyramid. Wouldn't have mattered. Whatever it is I'm in. Picked up the phone. I said, good, I'll be over there tomorrow. We'll talk about it. But picked up the phone again. Called my friend Chris. She was incredibly hardworking. She made about $270,000 a year. She won all kinds of awards all over Canada, and she worked for a private company that lent loans. Anyway, she was a fantastic woman. Loved life. Loved more than anything her house. She renovated this little house, and she'll never sell it for what it's worth in a million years. But she made it her own. She never got to spend time in her house, ever. And all I said to her was this. Hey, Chris, it's Mary. How's it going? She said, good. I said, I haven't talked in a little while, but I really miss hanging out with you. And I've been doing a lot of research on some different ways, different streams of income lately. And I know you're always open to anything. And I actually came across a way that you can make money, not as much as you make right now, but over time it could be. I found a way that you could actually work your way towards that income at home, in your beautiful home, in your fluffy slippers, and your fluffy house coat. And she said, shut up. And I said, you shut up. Seriously, that's how it went. And I'm like, no, you shut up. She said, well, what is it? And I said, I just want you to see it like I've seen it. This is fresh to me and I'll blob it out wrong. I just want you to hear it like I heard it, okay? And she said, okay. I said, well, I'm going to call you back again tomorrow. I've got to just make a few more calls. And she said, okay. It didn't matter. She's like, I'm in. I'm in. I did that with 10 people. I literally phoned them and never mentioned anything about opportunity, about anti-aging, about skincare. I'm not saying that you can't do that. It's just not what I did. I phoned 10 people and I literally said what was in it for them. Right off the bat. Never comes across as sales. It's like handing them a big giant gift with a big bow on it. Here you go. Now what you've been looking for. You're welcome. 10 times. And in 90 days, we had 200 team members. 200. 200 people ordering a couple of bottles of this every month. 200 people phoning 10 people. I told them what was in it for them. Right off the bat. This is a gift for people. It really, truly is. And if this is the first time you're hearing this, you could be a 6-figure income earner in the next 2 years. 24th month in, I made more money that month than I had made any year in any job. And I still only had those same 10. Same. They told a couple people. We told a couple people. We told a couple people. The only thing I ever said to those people were, I got laid off. You know, that's all I ever, I got laid off. I started researching, looking for ways to make money from home. Had to create my own economy because the one around me was crumbling. Found a few people who wanted the same. Helped them find a few people who wanted the same. Never had a vehicle either, by the way. I went and bought a $900 vehicle, like a year and a half later. And at an auction, I still drove that around for years. Lonnie laughs at me, whatever, it worked. So, you'll be amazed at what could happen. And it's not just what you do. This is an incredible opportunity where we actually get paid from the efforts of other people. Product users. Imagine this is you today. You paid $59. You got some product. There's different inventory packs that you can buy. You can actually buy one that's the highest one that you can buy with the company. You can only get it in your first month is $1,000. And we have a simple recipe for success that shows you how to get that $1,000 back before your credit card statement comes in the mail. It's incredible. So, you get some inventory, and then you literally, imagine this. Imagine, this is all I did too. 3 days after I joined, I was standing in front of a room just like this, broke as could be, scared as could be, but knew what I had in my hands. I knew what this was. I knew that this was going to make all my dreams come true. I just had to help 4 people, minimum of 2. That's it. I thought, what if? I said to people, I said, I don't know a lot, but this is what I do know. Have you ever been given an opportunity to become a part of Colgate toothpaste? Could you imagine getting paid 12% off of every single tube that was bought from the people that you told and they told and they told and they told? Imagine being offered a part of Apple way back in the day when people were laughing at him. Laughing. Imagine getting paid 12%. Not everybody likes Mac. This is bigger. This is so much bigger than Mac. This is what I used to say 5 years ago. This has never not worked on any square inch of skin it's ever been rolled on in the last 8 years since it was invented. this that needs to work. If you have a pulse, it works. So who do you know that has skin? Right? Way bigger than Apple. I get the goosebumps every time I talk about it. Because sometimes I think we forget what we've got. Imagine you told somebody, you told somebody, you told somebody. Imagine this person down here. We all benefit from each other. You reach diamond in this company and you get 2% of global sales are put into a hat and divided amongst the diamonds. I have people all the time. Are you on my team? Listen, sugar, I get paid off everything you do. So let me teach, what can I teach you? Because I get paid 2% of global sales goes into a hat. Private company has shares. I get 5 shares every single week, which is different because global sales are going up and up and up and up. Yes, the diamonds are becoming more and more, yes. Sales go up and up and up. You guys understand that? It's incredible. That way of getting paid alone is full-time income. $34,000 a year. The lowest share that I've ever seen since I've started was $150 a share. And as a yellow diamond, you get to participate in 5 shares a week. Somebody want to write that down, calculate it? It's a full-time income alone, you guys. It's incredible. I hope you don't sleep too. So imagine somebody who tells somebody who tells somebody who tells somebody who tells somebody. Imagine this person down here. Whoever doesn't have a position in the room yet. Imagine this is you. By the way, this is always the next best spot. This is the next best position. Do you know why? Because we're all putting people there. We're all putting people there. Because we don't have any other where to put them. Bottom left, bottom right, bottom left, bottom right, bottom left, bottom right. I have people phone me. Somebody told somebody in Singapore and they phoned, and she didn't speak very good English. She said, "Somebody in my tree!" And I'm like, what? Somebody in my tree, you get them out. That's my daughter's position. I said, you waited too long. Get them out of my tree or I'm quitting. I said, you get paid from everything that they do. She said, okay. Yeah, that was making. Okay. Bye. Imagine this person joins the company and says, I want to go all in. I want the $1,000 pack. I want that pack not to sell. But when people say, I want to join you today, I don't want them to wait 5 days for their own product. I'm going to lend them theirs. I'm going to lend them one. It saves a lot of 5 days, you guys. It's incredible what happens. So they come in with that $1,000 pack. Remember I said every time a product's purchased generates points, and gets paid for those points every single week? Okay. I said that a few times. So you get 500 points when they come in with that pack, okay? Points always flow up. Always. So every single person in between here, imagine there's 500 or 5,000 people in here between you and this person. You may know them or you may not. I don't know. But imagine, whatever your brain will let you imagine, 500 or 5,000 are in between here. Every single person who is active between the new one and you gets that 500 points. Every single one. You know there's companies out there that if number 3's credit card failed that month or whatever, and they weren't active, they didn't actually order any product that month or didn't get any customers, goes into everyone who's active. A lot of companies will stop there and cut the chain. You'll have to refill that position before you get money. Not our company. It literally skips them. And if they can get active by the end of the week, they'll redeposit that 500 points. I'm taking it though. It's incredible. I'm so proud to be a part of this company and what they've created. And they wanted to create something unique. We actually get paid more money in this company to help our people's people than we do to help ourselves. And that's with the 2x2 system that we have. Send you a video. 80% of what we do, and what you will do, is copy and paste. If you don't know how, we can teach you. I literally, what was it I posted on Facebook a couple months ago? I'm so incredibly grateful for my weekly paychecks. Even though 80% of what I do is copy and paste, my finger is killing me. It's true. I know, it's kind of funny, but it's true. So, there's nothing, any question that you have, we have a video or a link or an audio or a document where the answer is. You don't need to be an expert in this company. In fact, the person who does the copying and pasting and connecting makes way more money than the expert. The minute that you become the expert, the only place you should become an expert is in the front of the room. Right? So if you crave to feed your ego, get in front of the room. This is an ego-free business. Everything you do, everything you say, people need to say or think, I can do this. Whether they are the busy and executive, working 60 hours a week, or whether they're the stay-at-home, uneducated, broke mom. They all need to say, this is something I can do. Okay? So imagine all these people, 500 people ordering this product every month. Remember I said some companies you have to be on auto ship, this one you don't? For you to be active in this company, you need 100 points going through that business center every single 28 days. And those 100 points can be from you or people that go on your website. Did I forget to mention you get an e-commerce website for free, which usually costs thousands of dollars. This company ships the product, takes their credit card order, does it all. And if you look at my business card, it has a customer service number on there. Because if I left my number on there, then people would be calling me and then I'd be working and that wouldn't be residual income, would it? Would it? They're like, oh, you have an office in Korea? And you have an office in Singapore? And Hong Kong? I'm like, I don't. But the lady who answers all your questions does. Right? We're taught that we need to be CEOs of our own business. That we need to know all the information. If all you did was get up here and share your story, who wants to share their story tonight? It doesn't need to be, you want to? Come up then. I want somebody else as well. Because I want you to share it in a way that people say, I can do this. Okay? So how we do that is, if you can answer 3 questions for me, 2 sentences each. You only get 2 sentences each. So it should be powerful, relatable to the room. Okay? When you join, before you joined NuCerity, the day before, where were you at in your life?
2 months previous to that day, I had lost 35% of my income due to loss of contract with the company I was with.
Second question. What intrigued you to partner with NuCerity?
2 things. First of all, the person that invited me asked me if I was open-minded. I didn't have an option. Second thing, I went, what if?
Okay. What if it was real? What if this was a way to replace that 35%? What if I could earn an extra $2,000 a month by simply referring people to whatever? Okay, third question. Where do you believe, like here, in your heart, where do you believe, after knowing what you know now about this opportunity, that you're going to be? Paint us a picture of your life in 5 years.
4 months after I joined this, my monthly mortgage was covered. Today, my wife and I have the option of continuing our careers or changing them to something we really want to do.
You guys see the possibilities? Is it all about you? It's not all about you. It's not all about where. It's not all about where. Yeah, it's all about you. It is all about you. You're the new person. But we have to help a couple people with where they want to go, right? Who else wants to share? Somebody new. Somebody who really wants to make some money. Okay, come up here. Come up here. What?
Tell your story.
Yes, you do. I'll walk you through it. It's all good. Everybody's got a story.
Tell a story. Tell a little story.
Everyone's got a story. So literally, 2 sentences. So you can have time to think about it. The day before you joined NuCerity, where were you at in your life?
Well, I've been struggling financially, like through jobs, and I don't really want to go back to work. Oh, sorry, can you hear me? Okay, so I've been struggling through jobs and jobs and jobs, and I keep getting better at them. I just don't not happy with them, and I've been financially stuck since I've split up with my life, and 5 years I've been a happy mom in a happy relationship, just financially my job. I don't want to go for work with people that I don't feel happy working with, or feeling underappreciated when I can spend some more time with my kids.
Awesome. Okay, perfect. Perfect answer, right? Relatable. Okay, so where do you believe, what intrigued you? Like when you first looked at this opportunity and you were starting to understand it, like what intrigued you to really say, yeah?
The product. The product was amazing. It changed my face, it changed my confidence with myself. I wear less makeup as opposed to wear pounds of makeup and feel like I had to cover up. And now it's like my face is recovering, it's natural glow, and I'm happy with myself and I'm confident, and I just want to share it with everybody.
And so you see this as not just you loving it, but
No, I know that everybody, as soon as they try this product, it's going to change the world or change something about themselves.
so it's more than just anti-aging.
Yes, for
Yeah.
sure.
Awesome. Okay, so third question. Where do you believe that NuCerity is going to take you in the next 5 years?
I think I want to be financially stable. I want to be traveling, taking my family places.
Where?
Mexico, Colombia, Florida, Colombia, Mexico. Sorry. Yeah.
Just traveling, like freely traveling.
Freely traveling, but showing this product and the benefits of it, and just demonstrating to people how it's changed my life and it can change theirs.
Awesome. Thanks, Keith. That was awesome. So when we had like 200 people join in those first 90 days, that's all we did. We didn't talk about anything else. We said if you want to learn about this, write down your email on that book and we will send you some links, videos, PDFs, common questions and answers, videos on how to use it, take it off, put it on, talk about it, anything. Ingredients. We don't need to talk about that here. Because I want you to know that you can literally copy and paste it to somebody else. Because you have a life. NuCerity is not about consuming your life. It's not about taking away time from your family or your current income. It fits in between. It fits in between. And that's what I love about it. Okay, so we talked about, you guys get the possibilities now? You do? 12%. You understand 12%? Every single time 250 points are generated on the left and the right, it gives us $30, which is 12%. Okay, you guys get that? Awesome. And we don't flush. And the points don't flush. They don't go away. You do not pay them. They just stay there as long as you're active. So imagine, just imagine for a second again, how many people can get derived from a few people who tell a few people who tell a few people. Sloan still today, 5 years later, only has 10 people. She does very, very well. Very, very proud of her. Amazing. And even 2 years in, she was still calling this working market. I don't know what it is, she said. Net marketing. This is net marketing. Her trip to Toronto was her first trip, literally. Like, not clung to because she didn't know what to do. She's never heard of the industry, she's never been approached. And she said, "Are you sure this is real? Are you sure this is real?" "Oh, it's real now, all right." She just bought a new Lincoln, new home, retired her husband. He didn't let her work anyway because he was in an accident. Now she just bought a second home in California. How cool is that? It's one thing to be proud of yourself when you reach your financial goals. It's another thing when you can help other people do it. It's a whole different ballgame. I get the whole helping other people now. It's simple. This is a gift and we just offer that gift to everybody. So anything that you've heard that made sense tonight, you need to share it with other people. Keep in mind that this sort of presentation is only designed for 30% of the world. So you can invite them till you're blue in the face. You could have invited me, I would never come. So don't just invite to hear. Give them an option. There's a few ways that you could see the information: over the phone, over the internet, or in person, or with a group of incredible people. There's 3 reasons why people join NuCerity. They join to get this stuff at wholesale. They join because they want to be a part of a positive, loving, pay-it-forward community. Or they join because they want to build an empire and become and feel successful and significant in their lives. Sound good? What time are we at? What else, Carol? Did I miss? Did I miss anything? Is it good?
It was wonderful. It was awesome. I want to join all over again.
Right? We have enrollment forms for those of you that haven't at least gotten your $59 position. This is a real forgiving industry. I'm just going to write that on my hand. The last time I checked was about 4 days ago, and I get paid off over 28,000 people right now in 17 different countries around the world. And I have 12.
How many of them do you know?
How many do I know? I don't know. I don't know how many I know. Not very many. 5 years ago, I didn't even know anyone who knew anyone outside of Canada. My dream was never to pay off my bills. It was never to not live paycheck to paycheck. My dream was to travel the world without a budget. And I've been traveling the world now for 3 years. Literally only home 1 week a month for 3 years. And I plan to finish, I'm only home 4 weeks for the rest of this year. Right? So the possibilities are endless. I love that I don't have a clue of how much money's in my bank account right now, but I know I can't spend it all, because I've been trying. I love that. I love that I can buy, there's some people that are just not open. And some of those people are the ones closest to us. And I love that I'm in a position where I can buy those non-open people a new minivan. I love that I can do that. Right? Because some people won't help themselves. And that's what this is all about, looking for people, helping people who want to help themselves. And this is just the vehicle to do that with. We rarely ever, I would guess that not very many, if any at all, dream and passion and who you are at your core is to build NuCerity. It won't be. But when you're financially free, you'll know what that is. I truly believe we're all here to help one another and to take care of one another. End of story. I know that that's when I feel most, really, really good, and other people. And so if we can get to that point where we're all making that $10,000 a month or more, then how great would that be? We'd all be just taking care of the other people, right? Money doesn't motivate me, it never has. But it sure does feel good to not worry about anything financially, Is that it? Good. So thank you for coming. I can still answer questions if you want, but I'm going to sit down and drink my ginger ale, and because I'm dry. You got questions?
Mary, I've seen you do this a few times. It amazes me. Your story covers everything. But the thing that most amazes me is I feel like I become part of that story when I'm listening. Sometimes we become a little too regimented with the details of the company.
You know who taught me that? Randy Page. He's a network marketer. Comes from a very same background. Like grew up in poverty, and he literally is a gazillionaire right now because of network marketing. It's incredible. And he said, your story is your base. Your story is everything. And I went to a presentation about a year and a half ago, and I asked one of my girls to come up and share her story, and she said, I don't have a story. And I'm like, what? Of course you have a story. No, don't ask me to come up. I can't come up. So I went home that night and I wrote 3 questions that would literally trick you into answering your story. Because I felt a responsibility there, that something was being missed. How dare I assume people know their story? Shouldn't. You just answer those 3 questions. You have a 30-second story, and then that Randy says, and then you have a 15-minute story, and you turn that exact same story into an hour. And then the next stage is a 4-hour story. Not quite there yet. People want to believe that they can do this. And I want you to know that top income earners in this company are people with 0 experience in network marketing. Okay, there's only one couple. But other than that, the next top 10 income earners in the company, no experience, ignorance on fire. What do I do next? What do I do next? Tell me what I do next. Just introduce me to somebody else. Introduce me to somebody else. Introduce me to somebody else. They're a little surprised at making, $50, $60, $70, $80,000 a month. This is a real deal. And the only thing will hold you back is you. But I'm here to tell you that you deserve this. Each and every one of you. There's enough for everyone. This company chooses not to spend $50 million a month in advertising